wave. I mean, Rick was this big bang, but then we lost him to the States. But in a sense, now that we have a critical mass of professional actors coming out of the conservatories, we have, we're trying to foment the number of the first generation of playwrights, not the second, the first generation. We're beginning to see something exciting beginning to happen. And VACT is part of that wave. So we're beginning to, I feel like we're part of that movement.
It's very exciting.
One thing I'll just tell you really quickly, you have FOB happening in the States. In Canada, we have a show called Kim's Convenience. It went all over the country, and now it's going to be on the CBC, and hopefully it'll go worldwide. But that, there's things happening all over. And I feel like, for those of us who have been in the business a long time, sometimes you get this false hope, false start, and it goes back to normal. I'm hoping, and maybe you share this hope with me, that we're beginning to see a level of change now that hopefully will not be clawed back. That's the hope, right?
Thank you, guys. Oh, I don't know how, Jeff, what's our time like?
We're good for a few more minutes.
A few more, so maybe just one more comment.
I wanted to ask you about your jacket.
Oh.
Yeah, let's talk
Everyone
about
loves the jacket.
Yeah, I mean,
how'd you get that jacket?
Or like the story of it, and it didn't show up in the play.
Here's the thing. Donna is literally one of the best producers in the world. She asked me, let's do a show, okay, but where do you want to perform it? And I said, do it at the Cultch, which is my Wrigley Field up in Canada. And so she sold the show without a script, okay? And so we did and she was so focused on marketing, she said, we need to do the photo shoot now. But I said, I don't know what the show is about. And she said, you just need to look really good. Okay? And so this jacket doesn't appear in the show, but that poster did wonders for us. And now people who kind of retroactively imagine the jacket was in the show, but she sold the show, no script. She started the marketing without any story, and she created a level of ambient awareness in Vancouver that in the end, it didn't matter. So Donna, she could sell, it's really amazing.
Marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing. Good marketing and good art, because I knew I had something here. I had done lots of plays. We actually met on an arranged marriage, basically. We were
Played husband and wife.
in a theater show, and I just knew when he was writing that, okay.
Well, I feel like that's the one thing that distinguishes VAC, is that we have an almost unseemly interest in marketing, in our ground game, in selling out, because we believe, we have a lot of activists in the city, and they're fighting the good fight, and they often ask us to join, but we believe the way we're gonna fight is by creating really good artwork that attracts a lot of different people. And so kind of like Rick was talking the other day about the carrot, when there's ADs in Canada that are white, and they don't care about social justice, but they notice when, for the first time in Canadian history, a play sells out its entire run, plus the extension before it opens. Every AD understands box office and numbers, and so when we can show them that, look, don't hire us because you're down with the cause. Hire us because we will bring in an entirely new audience for you. We will bring in the Asians, the Koreans, the South Asians. We will bring in that energy in a way that you can never. We try to appeal to an enlightened sense of, greed on their behalf. And if we can show that our ground game is so awesome, then, of course we're gonna create good art. We all create good art. But by focusing on, look, we can really sell out your theater. We will work with you, with your marketing. We're on the phone every day with the box office people.
There's interest in the storytelling. There's interest in that all types of stories.
Yeah, if we can show that diversity means good box office, I think that's good for everybody.
Yeah, well, we're trying to really set up a railway across
Because
Canada,
most of the
maybe
theaters we're in,
internationally, to really help the other writers get through.
Now,
Yeah.
you're traveling all through Canada, like
Yeah.
Calgary and
Well, the
Edmonton?
first,
the Maritimes, and almost all the theaters, none of them are Asian theaters.
we're doing 2 tours, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Yukon, Calgary.
So the ADs, they read the reviews, they read the shows and the best show of 2015. So the combination of the reviews, combination of the box office, and for them it's like, oh, this is a great piece of theater, and it happens to have Asians in it. That's come on over.
Yeah.
And so that's the way we kind of want to sneak in the radar.
Exactly.
And then it's because we're activists. We talk about the cause all the time, but we figure, yeah, it's the carrot, right?
Yeah.
In terms of like,
You're
Yeah.
sneaky.
yeah,
Yeah, we're
exactly, yeah.
Uh,
Inscrutable.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
thank you. And we would love to come to whatever cities you're in.
Yeah.
So, you know, please talk to us about that. So we would love to come to wherever you're at.
I haven't seen it from my. It is, yeah.